another thing? I think that people take this too lightly. I think kids who grow up with Disney kind of end up a little screwed because it's like Disney teaches you that everything is amazing, like the princesses, for example. Princesses are always singing and they're always happy and they're always rich. I mean, except for Cinderella, but she ends up rich. And it's like, that's not how life is. Like, here, I'm adjusting this camera. Alright. Like, that's not how life really turns out, so why are you sending the message to kids that kids should always be happy, kids should always be singing and walking around singing, doing like random stuff, talking to animals, like they all have animals as slaves. It's like, what? No. Cinderella's like friggin' mice and birds made her dress, and you're like, I want a dress made by mice. Like, that'd be cool. And awesome and friggin' sweet as friggin' hell. What else did Disney do? Friggin' Lion King made you feel like you're supposed to be like this amazing person that grew up to be like this huge ginormous success, and if you didn't, you would fail your father. A Bug's Life, you made you feel bad for stepping on any ants. You tried to avoid every single ant for the entire summer after you watched the movie, till your parents explained to you that it was a movie and it wasn't real. What other movies did they make? Monsters, Inc. made you afraid of your closet for like a really long time. Or it made you not afraid of your closet and you wanted to jump through it and end up in Monsters Incorporated and meet Sully and Mike and be amazing. And you wanted to be Boo for like 50 Halloweens. Toy Story made you afraid of your toys when they went to sleep at night. You thought they were all smart. And you thought that they would like kill you in your sleep or something. I'm still not so sure about that. Like Barbies kind of seemed like they would wake up and just like start walking around and stuff. Toy Story 2, same thing. But then you kept getting scared that your toys would get stolen by a chicken, which I never really understood that movie. What else did Disney make? What else did they do to ruin my childhood? Aladdin made you be afraid of, like, monkeys because then you thought that they would, like, screw up your entire life and made you think that genies were real. And everything is, like, magic. Like, The Little Mermaid. You thought that you would meet, like, her hair was not real. You thought that you would meet, like, a mermaid and everybody likes to fall in love with a princess. Like, why do you need to fall in love with a prince? Like, why can't you fall in love with like a regular dude and just like get over yourself and stop acting like you're freaking amazing? Like, put some clothes on, Ariel. Nobody needs to see that. Because I'm pretty sure boys were not raised off of The Little Mermaid. If you were, I'm sorry. This is really weird. I don't know what's going on. Whatever. Cut that out, Rachel. So, yeah. Also, what else did they make? Oh, the freaking, like, Shrek made you, like, afraid that an ogre was gonna come and eat your face off, and then the donkey was gonna, like, take a shit on your body or something. Made you afraid of, like, everything. Made you think that some short dude was gonna come to your house and, like, try to kill your family. Like, that just makes you be mean to midgets. That's why midgets are treated so badly, because of Shrek. And also, what else did they do? Pixar. Every single Pixar movie is just BS, because it's, like, fake as fuck, and you can tell it's, like, Play-Doh. Claymation. BS. What else was there? 101 Dalmatians made you think you could have like 1,000,000 dogs, and then when your parents say you can only have one, you're like, but Pongo and Perdita had 100 puppies, and why can't our dog have more than 2? It's like, maybe your dog can't have 100 puppies, but half of those puppies were adopted anyway. It also made you fear old people. Like, every single movie, every single princess movie made you fear old people. Like, old people are cool. Old people are awesome. They're not always like hags and witches and mean and warlocky and being assholes. Also, it made you think magic was real, which so did the Harry Potter movies, but the Harry Potter movies like you had to be picked. You had to have wizard in your blood. Like it made sense. Like magic just showed up for anybody in the Disney movies. Like Aladdin, again, Aladdin, just magic randomly shows up. The friggin' Sleeping Beauty, just the princess gets blessed by like the friggin'. That's another thing. There's never any religion in these. Like, you think there would be more religious stuff with princes and princesses and in Sleeping Beauty where they're like in King Arthur times where it's like super friggin' Catholic. They're obviously Catholic. They just don't want to make it seem like that. And how come every prince has to be so friggin' handsome? Like, if he's a prince, he doesn't have to be handsome. He doesn't need to be handsome if he's a friggin' prince. And then there's like, then they're making new Disney movies. The new Disney movies suck. Tangled sucked. Made no friggin' sense. That girl's eyes were way too big. The little chameleon was way too small to be real. The horse was just an asshole and understood English friggin' perfectly well. Didn't want to listen. He was friggin' stubborn. Then the new, like, Toy Story, so friggin' sad. You felt you were gonna cry your eyes out because Woody was gonna be separated from Buzz and Jessie and Bullseye and Mr. and Miss Potato Head and all of them and Slinky and Buster's all old and he's gonna die soon. And then Andy's going to college and the little sister's a bitch. And why does Toy Story have to end? Why does Toy Story have to end with him giving his toys to a freaking little child? Like, no. His toys have to go to the attic so they can be together forever and be Andy's toys. You could tell that was a really hard choice for him. He obviously didn't think it through at all. Also, if you were Andy, you'd be like, that's my friggin' Woody. Get your own. Like, my cowboy. No, it's not yours. It's mine. I've had it for like 10 years at the least. Andy's at least like 20. He's probably had that for a friggin' long time. Like 15 years. You've had that toy for 15 years, and this little chick who's probably had it for like 10 seconds is like, my cowboy. She only had him for like one night. What is she talking about? My cowboy. Bitch, it's my cowboy. Get it right. Now the Shrek movies, Rumpelstiltskin? What? Going back in time, I'm pretty sure Rumpelstiltskin was like banished from the land when he tried to steal the firstborn child of, who the hell was that? Like Anita, something, some weird ass like bitch's name, because she wanted to marry the prince and she wanted to be rich, so she had to learn how to spin thread, which she didn't read the friggin' contract. He even told her, and she's like, yeah, that's fine. And then once they get married, he gets like, Rumpelstiltskin's like banished. Wasn't he like sent to death too in the original story? He was like sent to death because he was trying to eat the child. Well, how does Rumpelstiltskin show up, and why does he get so many wigs? It also makes you fear short people. Like, they're weird. Disney's stupid. Doesn't make any sense at all. Nickelodeon makes way more sense. Way more. Trust me.